So I've heard the game gets pretty emotional, which is great. I tears might fall from my face if that's the case, which tears always end up falling past my face. Anyway, so yeah. Also, the Kyoko bullies, they're we had a lot of people come out into the defense of Kyoko and her adorableness. So, that's a plus. A slight breeze meets my face as I idle beneath the looming evening sky, rustling my hair as I begin strolling across the school grounds, assuming Naomi's going to just fucking attack me. And by attack, I mean, the scene before me is picturesque. It's a sight filled by the mild, unusually unnoticed jitters of the world. Leaves swaying in the wind, cars passing by on the road ahead, and a lone girl lingering by the school gates. Uh-oh. As she stands there, ever so oblivious to the world around her, perhaps her heart races as she waits for the one she loves. Maybe she's just waiting for a few of her friends. Club members, late to leave. Anyone who isn't in a club would have to wait around for them to be finished. However, truth be told, I know exactly who this girl is. I can't help but admit that I've been wanting to see her here too. No, she's not waiting around for the love of her life. She isn't waiting for friends either. This girl heading towards me with a sharp glare is a person I'm quite familiar with from the get-go. Naomi Sato. Feigning ignorance, albeit in a rather noticeable way, I turn my head back to ensure that she's not walking towards someone behind me. I'm just like, all right, we're in the clear. With an empty yard staring back to me, I know that that's not the case.
I was waiting for you, idiot.
You don't have to call me an idiot. Of course, I haven't missed her rude and condescending voice. What do you want?
I thought I told you to stay away from Kyoko.
No.
Are all guys really this dumb?
Well, I mean, we're not really smart, but luckily for me, she's keen on following up with her threat from before. That and insulting me all the while. Despite it, both of us have the same person on our mind, Kyoko. However abhorrent she thinks I am, maybe I can talk some sense into her. To think that she is this fussed over Kyoko, there must be some reasoning behind that, and I'll find out what. What's your issue with Kyoko? Can't you just leave her alone? Jesus, he's getting aggressive now. I can't help but raise my voice. Talking to her calmly will be harder than I thought, given my precautions. Or precautions, not precautions, perceptions, brain. You know that's a completely different word. I can't go as far as accusing her of bullying Kyoko just yet, but defending a girl I now consider as a friend is a natural thing I should do. A week ago, I wouldn't have imagined myself in a situation like this. The feelings I had then have long since fleeted. For once, I can consider myself to have a place here within the science club, even without knowing where that place is in relation to the world around me. It's our own little world. I can't just stand by and accept this.
I don't have an issue with her.
Then what's the problem?
You wouldn't understand.
Everyone says that, but I'm pretty sure if you were to just talk it out with me, I would understand, because I ain't that dumb. As Naomi begins to speak, I return her expression of melancholy with a pensive one of my own.
You think there's something going on between us, don't you?
Duh. She's smarter than she looks.
You wouldn't be wrong, but it's not what you think.
Then what?
Then again, I doubt if you can think.
Hey! It's like she's trying to piss me off and quell my anger at the same time. How's this possible? Then I lead into a state of neutrality. Whether I can believe what she's saying, I don't know. I've solidified my stance enough not to trust her words that easily.
Clearly, you've gotten yourself involved into this now. You want to know the truth, right?
Please? By that, you're saying you're willing to tell me?
Of course I am, dumbass! Otherwise, you'd just think I'm bullying Kyoko or something.
Which is exactly what I was thinking. What's with all the insult? Or what with all the insults? She doesn't make her case any more believable. So, what is it?
It's hard to explain.
Oh, come on. Let's go sit somewhere and figure this out.
If you want to know, meet me here tomorrow after I've had some time to think.
All right.
But you'd have to skip the science club for that, wouldn't you?
Oh, this fucking girl standing there with a smug grin plastered across her face. I can't help but dislike her just a little more than I already do. Disregarding the insults and the rudeness, she does seem to be acting somewhat sincerely. Given that if I object, she probably won't tell me again. Maybe hearing her out wouldn't be a waste of my time. On the other hand, abandoning Kyoko slyly like that doesn't make my situation any better, and upsetting her would just make me feel bad. Yeah, but this is getting down to the bottom of this. Then we can stop worrying about it. I'd take one day off from the science club. It ain't going anywhere. We can just go back the next day and be like, yeah, so I found things out. Of course, I'm not gonna. Oh, god damn it. Of course, I'm not gonna, tell Kyoko what I'm doing, or. This is what she wants, though. She wants me to stay away from her. She's telling me she'll tell me what's up if I skip the club. Maybe it's a trap. If it's a trap, that'd be really fucked up. And then I'd get nothing out of it. And wouldn't actually tell me anything. But if it's not a trap, then she does tell me things. And so it actually is worth it to do it rather than, I gotta agree. We're going in. We gotta figure this out. Either it be a trap or not. Looking on at me, awaiting my response, Naomi's eyes make contact with mine. Their stern look tells me she doesn't exactly plan to give me a chance like this again. There must be something she wants to say. Leaving Kyoko alone is just a fact that I'll have to put up with if I want an answer to the thoughts I have within me. I'm sure she'll understand if I come up with a reasonable excuse. Yes, lie! Passing the opportunity to see the story from Naomi's perspective isn't something that I'd like to do, given that she's willing to talk. Finding out what her issues with Kyoko are is my priority, even if I don't particularly like her attitude. Fine. If it's not what I think, you must have had a reason to stop me like this.
I'm glad you understand.
Uh-huh. From sternness to sincerity, Naomi's expression changes to a more welcoming one. It's something which looks trustworthy, at least.
Somebody needs to.
Oh.
Anyway, I'll be waiting here again tomorrow.
Oh.
I'll be skipping training, too. So don't feel too bad.
Man, okay, she's skipping too. Alright. Maybe I'm just too much of a worrywart. And have fallen into traps. Since she's the team captain, I don't think anyone can berate her for skipping.
I don't want you to back out on this.
I ain't gonna back out. The qualms of leaving Kyoko behind still linger in my mind, but I guess I made my choice. The issue of Naomi's involvement with her has been bugging me the last few days. To have her openly decide to tell me, even after strangling me in the corridor, means that it's been bugging her too. The thoughts of her bullying Kyoko seem to be less founded when reflecting on her actions. If it were the case, she wouldn't give me a second thought. Yeah, perhaps she can explain herself after all, but it could just be that I'm in over my head. I should have realized it a long time ago.
Anyway, I'll be going now.
Okay. I'm tired of seeing you, is what I expected her to say, but alas, Naomi departs with nothing but a small yet significant wave. The evening sky glows above as the sun begins to fall. A canopy above as the mild spring air blows against my face. I am gonna feel bad that I'm leaving after like a couple days of fucking science club. I'm just leaving her. One day. Come on. Whether my decision was right, I'll have to find out tomorrow, but the guilt is still there.
Hey, what are you still doing here?
Hey, oh, nothing. A faint yet cheerful voice makes itself distinct behind me as I remain still in the courtyard, or the schoolyard. Same thing. I must have been standing for a while. Turning to face her, Kyoko's usual chirpy expression shines in the evening sunlight as wind rustles her silky flowing hair. I just felt a bit queasy and wanted a short rest, you know?
Are you okay? It's been about 15 minutes.
No, I'm fine. I should be fine. Ending my sentence with a smile, she too curls her lips into one of reassurance.
Don't overdo yourself. You have to make it in tomorrow, right?
Ooh, that's right. No, but I got my lie though. I got my out. I just be like, oh, I'm sick today. I can't. But that also leads the risk of if she sees me out of the club, then she's gonna get upset because I lied. Fuck. Her words make me reflect on my choices, which still fill me with doubt. Standing here with a bright smile across her face, Kyoko's oblivious to my involvement in the situation around her. Sooner or later, the truths of the matter will be made manifest as our friendship continues. It's hard not to believe that Kyoko, too, must be feeling it inside her. Her relation to Naomi is too apparent to ignore. My role in it, though, is unclear. But I can't help but feel as if I'm now a part of it.
It's getting pretty late.
Yep. She's not wrong, but acknowledging the time is just an easier thing than directly suggesting we go. For a quarter of an hour, I've just been standing here facing the issues surrounding the two of us.
What are you doing just standing there? Come on.
Oh. Kyoko's already trotted along ahead during my inner monologuing. I can't leave a happy smile like that waiting. I'm coming, jeez. Trailing along behind her, we reach the main gates together and thus facing the time for our departures. The day itself has been enjoyable in more ways than one. I'll see you tomorrow, Kyoko.
Goodbye. Have a great evening.
I mean, I will see her tomorrow. It's not like I'm not going to see her at all. It's just in the evening, which means I'm just don't go to the club, which is what's really important to her, which will make me feel like shit. I'm not planning on doing much, but her warmth doesn't fall on deaf ears. With a mutual set of smiles and parting waves, we head home beneath the evening sunlight in opposite directions. Opposing directions. Another day finished. I'll have to think about it all later. I hope I made the right choices. I hope I made the right choices. I don't want to fuck nothing up. Though I will probably feel like shit for a little bit. Swinging the door open to enter my room, a mild breeze wafts through from the window, rustling around the loose papers strewn across my desk. Damn it. Without a care, I sling my bag onto the bed beside me. Opt into, take a seat. Yeah, at my desk once again. After quite an eventful day, it's safe to say a rest like this is well deserved. But it's not as if I don't have any work to do. What with Naomi's demands and Kyoko's, well...
What are you?
Of course he's fucking thinking about it. Sorry! Fucking... From the outside, Kyoko didn't seem like she had much shape to her. But after seeing her like that, what do you mean much shape? Besides that, the science club itself was rather enjoyable. It's certainly a change from what I was used to. Finding something to take interest in has distracted me from my own uncertainties. Still, with Naomi on my case, maybe there's a lot more to being involved with Kyoko than I thought. I did decide to go with her, but it's a shame that in order to quell my desire to find out what's going on between them, I had to leave Kyoko behind on her own. The decision itself still sits uneasy in my mind. I still can't decide if it was the right thing to do. Even if it's simple as excusing myself for the day, the feeling of leaving to go with Naomi leaves an odd feeling in my gut. I chose to go with someone she doesn't want me to know about. Maybe it's not too late to change my mind. No, we've dug our grave. We gotta sit in it. Gathering the scattered papers from around my desk, I feel that the time has come to at least try to get some work done, even if I dislike it. The sounds of a daily life outside acting as a melodical backdrop to my own existence. It really isn't that special. Placing pen upon paper, the chimes of ringing reach out from my phone, causing me slight alarm. Or reaches up. God damn it. I don't normally expect people to actually call me in an era of messaging and social media. No one calls anymore. What the shit? Of course. Bringing the phone closer, it's no surprise who the calling culprit is. Honestly, it was fairly predictable. It's tempting to answer it, but honestly, she chose the worst time to call. I'm fairly busy right now. I'm getting some work done. You could call or answer while. Yeah. If I don't answer, then it'll be all. Then it'll be more upsetting tomorrow. This work actually needs to be done. It's not like I don't want to speak to her, but I'm not sure with her. But I'm sure with her intellect, she'd opt to do some work too. At least I think so. It's hard to gauge how much work she actually does, considering she seems to know literally everything. Click the phone. Click on the phone to accept. I mean, who cares about? I'll just accept the call. Like, it's just hello.
Hello.
Hey. I got all evening. This ain't affecting me. My response, rather apathetic, contrasts her own usual bright attitude. I wonder what she wants.
Did you enjoy the club today?
Yeah, it was fun. Kyoko's question, a rather simple one to answer normally, feels a bit wrong to answer today. Yeah. Yeah, I did. Oh my god, no. Given the situation she'd found herself in earlier, being overly enthusiastic about it might give her the wrong idea. On the other hand, saying I didn't enjoy it would both upset her and be a lie too. I don't know how to answer.
It was good, right?
Oh my god. Just say, yeah, there you go, you fucker. God damn it. Jerk off, you're pissing me off. Following her prompts on the other hand, surely won't get me into trouble.
You're a pervert.
Also, I like how this is an encyclopedia entry. You got me, game. You got me. God damn it. Ah! I wasn't talking about that.
It's a joke.
At least she's joking about it. She's having a good time. It's rather odd that she's now finding humor out of the situation, given her reaction earlier. Thankfully, she's not one to hold a grudge, even if I went in thinking she'd hurt herself.
But really, you're not a pervert, are you?
No, I just probably... my name's Jerkoff. What the fuck you mean? I just end up getting into situations. No, I'm not. Maybe she still is a little worked up about it after all, but then again, what girl wouldn't be?
Good. I'm glad you're enjoying the club.
I'm just glad she's not like making a super big deal about it.
I'm enjoying it too.
Ah, I got bad news tomorrow then. She sounds happy, almost embarrassed even, but I can't really tell what sort of expression she's making. However, it's granted that she feels this way. What with spending that much time looking for club members alone, I guess she's finally had a chance to live her dream of the club. Even though technically we'd still need another 3 members. Hearing Kyoko's passion towards the club causes guilt to ring through me. Choosing Naomi over her wasn't an easy choice, but I'm doing it to find out the truth behind it all. Or at least Naomi's side of the story. So, and then we'll just get Kyoko's side of the story, and bing bang boom, we'll know all the everything. Not knowing Naomi's side of the story would just leave me questioning it all. She did say it's not what I think. If there's something greater behind everything, it would be better to actually address it.
Having another member, it's nice. Even if you're not interested in science.
Ah, science is cool.
So, thank you.
Oh. Graciously thanking me, Kyoko trails off into silence. A brief moment to reflect on her words. I think it's nice too. I wouldn't be doubting my choices if I didn't. It's not as if I'm not interested. I'm just not that clever.
Neither am I. But science is everything to me.
I don't know. You seem pretty clever. I don't think I could come up with a bigger understatement. Still, I am pretty interested.
What's the atomic mass of palladium then?
Questioning me. It seems that Kyoko has forgot that I just told her that I'm not all that clever. I don't see how quizzing me proves whether or not I'm interested. I don't know, 40?
You had 2 digits right. But I'll forgive you this time.
What was it then?
106.4.
I wouldn't call that getting them right.
It's okay though. I'll just have to make you like science.
Oh my god. Cheerfully ending her sentence with a laugh. I can't help but feel a little bit fearful at that. I just want to be good friends with science. I don't want an intimate relationship. For her to say it though, her claim of happiness from having a fellow member certainly stands true. It's something we can both share. Having something to do after school, being able to attend a club, it's pretty nice. Maybe I can share her ambition.
Anyway, I have to go. Dinner's ready.
Okay. I was in the middle of doing some work anyway, so it's alright, Kyoko. I'm not sure whether that sounded rude or not, but it is the truth. Close enough to it anyway. I was planning on working.
You're not doing work? But this is important.
Listen. The only reason I'm not doing it is because you called me. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow, Kyoko. I wouldn't know whether I can hold true to those words or not. At some point, I'm gonna have to tell her I won't be attending the club. That is if I'm that intent on going with Naomi.
Goodbye.
I know I am. Alright, now I can do my work. Now silent, the phone rests against my ear as I take a minute to reflect on our conversation. The evening sun seeps through my window, warming my cheeks ever so slightly. It's clear that the science club is close to Kyoko's heart. The one small room and 2 people. Even if I didn't intend to join. After all, I only told her I'd try it out, but now I think we both feel that anything different would feel out of place. Resting my phone back against my desk, I lean back in my chair as indifferent to doing work as I was before her call. Going with Naomi still makes me feel slightly bad, but you know, it's something I gotta do to get a better grasp on the situation. It'll make me feel like shit. I don't want Kyoko to be sad, but Naomi made it pretty clear that I should listen to both of them. There must be something more behind it all. If she's willing to tell me, I can't exactly turn her down. The thought of Kyoko still lingers behind. I've only just joined the club. It'll be easy to come up with an excuse, but feeling good about it will be a lot harder to come to terms with. Yes, lying is our only way out. A small issue like this shouldn't even matter, but somehow it does. She might be fine with it. I hope. It's just, hey, I can't join the club today, just this one day, Oh, what if she has something cool planned? What if we're gonna blow something up again? Oh. God, it's so early. We're just like sitting here, like sweat coming down our head, our foreheads. Oh, shit. Tranquility greets me as I stumble upon the classroom in a state of almost pure silence. It's early, sure, but knowing my lack of empathy toward being here, it's surprising to find the room almost empty. Without the science club, moreover, if it wasn't for Kyoko, I wouldn't be able to find the will to arrive at that class this far in advance. Despite being marginally earlier than usual, it's still enough of a change for it to be noticeable. It has a clear effect on my actions. The culprit herself, of course, is one of the only other people to be present in this sparse morning environment. Of course.
Good morning.
My fucking name. Good morning, Kyoko. That chirpy expression is enough to make me smile in accord, thinking that we've gotten this used to each other in so little time is a funny fact in and of itself. Given that, thinking back on my actions from yesterday really puts this scene into perspective. Oh, stop it. Stop it. Fine. If it's not what I think, you must have had a reason to stop me like this.
I'm glad you understand.
It's going to be fine. Mulling over it, the feeling of guilt still resides within me as Kyoko stands before me with an ever so carefree smile. So, not doing the club today. It's not as if it was an easy decision, but ultimately finding out about their past is something I just can't help being interested in. See? That's what I'm interested. It might be rude, it might cause trouble, but not hearing things from Naomi's perspective would just be ignoring the problem at hand. I wouldn't be giving her a chance. Then again, spending time with Kyoko is more than enough fun for me to still feel uneasy about it, despite the events of the last club meeting. The pervert. No matter what I do, I can't get her image out of my head. I guess all guys are the same in the end.
Hey, what are you thinking about?
Your almost naked body, but I'm not gonna say that. Nothing.
It just looked like you were zoning out. Come on, sit down.
I will take what I was thinking about to my grave. It's probably the best if I don't think about it. Leaving with nothing less than a slight wave, her response is another warm smile as I make my way over towards my desk. The lull of classes is good enough to break to think over my situation with Kyoko and Naomi. I've made my decision. Sitting down and stretching, a selection of the morning's conversation make their way to my ears. I'd assume it'd be like this if I sat behind Kyoko.
Natsume, did you hear?
Oh, I get to eavesdrop. Perfect.
Hear what?
Yes?
Apparently, we have a new economics teacher.
Who's this fucker? The only reason why we even study economics is because of this business-oriented country. It's not as if I aspire to be an investor. I'm happy enough to go about my life without any particular sense of direction. Being at school is enough as it is. Things like this make me wonder what Kyoko plans to do with her own life.
Really? I wonder what they're like.
She's gonna become the ultimate scientist. Time drags forward as the class waits around for the new teacher. Perhaps they're just nervous about teaching a new class, but then again, it is their job, so... Soon enough, a suited man makes his way into the class with a rather lax but albeit still firm expression. This must be our new teacher by the looks of it. Ha! He won't survive the day. I'd be pretty concerned if the school had just let a stranger make it this far into the school. Hello, kids. I'm not your teacher, but oh no.
Hello, class. I hope you're all enjoying yourselves this morning.
Oh my god. You're like ASMR in my ears.
Unlike your other teachers, I aim to actually teach you something, even if you aren't that interested.
Damn, you're talking that shit about the other teachers, huh? He's got a Sprite though, so he's important. He looks over at one of my classmates at the front of the room, sprawled over his desk for a quick nap. I know it's early and economics isn't really that interesting, but still worth paying attention, I guess. If I study hard enough, one day I might become the Kyoko of economics. Fuck no. What do you think we are? Turning to face the board, the new teacher grabs a stick of chalk from the desk to scrawl his name on the board. Being known as the teacher isn't in his best interest. Even teachers have to introduce themselves, you know. I wish Jerkoff was
You
on
can
there.
call me Mr. Kabir, and I trust that you all will.
Jesus, why is he like this? Let's see. With most students despising economics class, Mr. Kabir has it hard cut as the school's newest teacher. Yet with a resolve that's hard to match, he sticks to his philosophy that if a job is to be done, it should be done well. Stern but supportive, he's keen to answer any question or query from his students. But you best be sure to answer his. I'm scared. You must have heard what we called Mr. Yamamoto. Something along the lines of hermit crab? Oh, we're pretty shitty students.
Turn your textbooks to page 15. We'll get started with some questions.
Sure, Mr. Man. Hopefully I don't get picked. Might not be along the lines of knowing the structure of a God, I almost said a midi-chlorian. A midi-chlorian. I mean, I guess. But I still don't feel like answering. Haphazardly flicking through the pages of my book, I noticed Mr. Kabir panning his eyes across a list in the class. He doesn't know us, so he must be choosing someone at random from his roster. Please pick Kyoko. Please pick Kyoko. Don't pick me. Please. Please don't call me. Please don't call me. I don't want to do this gag again.
Ishikawa, answer the question at the bottom of the page.
Ha!
Me? Sure.
I knew he'd pick Kyoko because she's the genius and she can answer any question that's asked of her. Whereas me, I can't. I suck. You're the only Ishikawa in this class. I didn't even pay attention to the fact that she questioned the me. Springing from her seat with a smile on her face, Kyoko scans the book before her to find the question set upon her.
In a flea market, prices adjust to reconcile scarcity and desires.
Mm-hmm. Kyoko's response, a chirpy and cute proclamation of something so mundane, brings a smile to my face. My economics class can't be this cute. Dude, that's an anime right there.
That's right. Your previous teacher must have taught you well.
Yeah, she just retains all the knowledge ever. Or more likely it's Kyoko. Yeah, either way, he doesn't seem like a bad guy. I might not enjoy economics, but I don't think I'll hate his lessons. He seems a little strict. I mean, it was the sternness, really. That's what it was, but classes quickly reaches an end after the lunch bell chimes throughout the room. Having a class be this long is pretty unusual, but in the end, some of it was pretty interesting. Lethargy spans across the room as those around me begin packing their bags, ready to leave for lunch.
Remember, class, sometimes in life we have to make tough decisions.
Me every day.
Investing in stocks isn't easy. Trust me.
I had to make a hard decision yesterday and I'm gonna have to ditch Kyoko today. Sounds like he's had experience. Right now, I too have faced a pretty rough decision. I'm still rather uneasy about the choice I made yesterday. Siding with Naomi wasn't easy, but the thought of leaving Kyoko behind still bugs me. Maybe I should ask him for advice. We don't need his advice. We can deal with this on our own, like men. Men hide in all their emotions. People funnel out the class one by one as I approach Mr. Kabir's desk, making sure to check if Kyoko has left too. Surprisingly, she has. I thought she would have stayed behind, but she does have her own life after all. Mr. Kabir, sorry, I didn't call you by your name. Mr. Kabir, thank you, glances toward me as I now confront him, the two of us alone in the classroom. Sir, I had a question.
Ask ahead, but please keep it brief. I have to leave soon.
I have to go eat lunch. Okay. I was thinking about what you said about decisions.
Yes, decisions can be tough.
Yeah, it really was. I've made a decision, but I'm not sure if I should go back on it. I can't help but be vague. You probably wouldn't be interested in what's going on with Kyoko and Naomi, but asking for his advice on it might prove to be useful.
I think you should just go with your gut.
That's what I do. My stomach decides all my answers.
It might sound stupid, but there's something inside you telling you what to do. Listen to it.
That kind of makes sense. Okay. Thank you, sir.
No problem. I hope you enjoyed today's class.
Yeah, it was alright. Not necessarily, but it wasn't that bad. Speaking with him too has given me a little sense with my situation as well. Mr. Kabir goes back to sorting the papers on his desk as I make my way into the corridor to head off to lunch, despite being pretty late now. We had one question. In the end, I'll have to come to a decision eventually. What? We made our decision, fucker. Jerk off! I swear to God! The corridor is empty as I trace my way down it to have lunch in the slither of time left. I should have time to go get a small bite to eat or something. And so, I get no food. Afternoon classes come to an end rather quickly, presenting me with the opportune moment of making my final choice. Either I go with Kyoko now to the science club, or come up with an excuse so I can trundle off with Naomi to hear what she has to say. As seats around me become increasingly vacant, I too rise from my seat, ready to make my decision. We have to stick to our guns, man. I know, I get it. We're gonna feel like shit, but we need to... We might be meddling too much, but we need to see what Naomi has to say. Because if Naomi tells us something, and then Kyoko will tell us her side of the story eventually, so, we can't go back on it. At the end of the day, I can't help but want to listen to what Naomi has to say. Even if we haven't really been on great terms with each other. What with the strangling, and to approach me as she did, it must be important. Going with Naomi will probably end up being the better decision, hopefully. The issue of her relationship with Kyoko has bugged me since I met her. Understanding more about them both surely can't be a bad thing. There must be a reason behind Naomi's actions, and I want to know what they are. Step by step, I make my way towards the front of the class, towards Kyoko's desk. Now's a better time than ever to tell her that I won't be coming to the club.
Hey, are you ready?
The face before me is a hard one to turn down. An almost blissful smile, one from the heart. Tell him a relative died or something. Like, fuck. Oh, God. Say you're sick and you have diarrhea. Like, you don't want to go be somewhere with diarrhea. Having known her efforts to found the science club, leaving her alone like this hurts, but it's a decision I've made. Time to come up with an excuse. Sorry, Kyoko. I don't think I could come today. Yeah, be sad. Be sad about it. My family needs me at home. Okay, we could have come up with a better excuse. As expected, her exuberant smile fades away before me as the meaning behind behind me words That's a typo, but keep it in. Behind me words quickly reaches her.
You won't be coming. That's okay.
Okay, it's...
There's always tomorrow.
Yeah, it's just one day. There is, but seeing her like this isn't something that's exactly pleasing. Nevertheless, I made my choices, and in the end, I'm doing this so I can better understand her own feelings. It's apparent that Naomi must mean something to her, whether it's good or bad. I'll just have to figure it out. I'll see you tomorrow.
Goodbye.
It's just the one day. Don't fuck me on this game. Turning my back on her woeful voice, I head down the corridor in the direction I haven't been in a while at this time. Towards the stairs. To leave. Before I can make it out of her, a dainty hand rests upon my shoulder.
Before you go, what's the atomic mass of palladium?
Oh, shit. It was 106.4. Yes! Responding with a smile, it appears that in the end, Kyoko trusts me enough to respect her interests. I'm still a member of the science club. Nothing will change that.
See you tomorrow.
Well, man, if it came up with a choice right there, I would have been, I remembered it was like one, like you had the, oh God. You know what I mean? But I don't know if I would have been able to answer it right. Oh, it would have been over. Oh my God, the music. Welcome back by the crowd atmosphere of bustling students heading home. I track my own way towards the stairwells as a member of this mass. Nostalgia washing over me as I take each step, progressing further down the corridor. It wasn't long ago that such an action was routine. But after spending time with Kyoko, it's become an out-of-place feeling, particularly after making the choice to leave her. Harking back to moments ago, her weakened face will no doubt stick in my mind as I go about finding Naomi. We don't need to find her, she'll just be waiting for us. Recalling words from yesterday, the best place to look would be the schoolyard. At a time like this, however, I wouldn't say she'd be keen on being seen with me. Looking out through the narrow windows lining the corridor, the blue afternoon sky glares back the usual patterns of a world which keeps on spinning. Moving at 460 meters per second at just a moment's notice.
Stop daydreaming and keep walking. You can stare at the sky when we get outside.
Yes, ma'am. Pulled to the side, a familiar voice whispers into my ear before pushing me back on my own path. That felt nice. Her breath was warm. God, are we actually a pervert? I mean, the name's Jerkov. What do you expect?
Keep your perverted thoughts to yourself, idiot.
Damn it! Walking ahead, her hair flows down her back, embracing her athletic figure. All I could do is follow her and look forward to being treated like dirt. Maybe we're into that. Who knows? Name's Jerkov. Being the one who made this choice, the blame rests with myself. I hope it's worth hearing what she has to say. It damn well better. I'm making myself feel like shit for this. In more ways than just the one. Tracing her path outside, my face is greeted by a breeze of fresh air. Spring air! As the blue sky above greets my vision. I can finally enjoy this sight like the sky fetishist I am. You're damn right! All visual novel protagonists are sky fetishists.
What are you doing?
I'm looking up at the sky because I'm attracted to it. Inner monologue.
Just keep walking, weirdo.
I'm still going. Naomi returns to her positions ahead as I clear my mind. Now focusing on what's in front of me. To be this adamant about taking me with her, to talk to me about Kyoko, Naomi's own feelings must be breaching out. She must have reasons. Who am I not to give her a second chance? Oh boy. Let's see. Oh, we're gonna be here, huh? From leading me around various paths on the school grounds, weaving indoors and out without necessarily knowing why, Naomi turns herself around. Her eyes direct towards me as she finally decides to stop. Well, we're now back in the cafeteria. things seem to have died down. What's with all this running about? Was the gym closed today or something?
Shut up! I just don't want to be seen talking to you.
No one really wants to talk to a guy named Jerkoff.
The next best thing is to have you chase me around like all the other creeps I have to deal with.
I don't want that. Her attitude might be sharp, but I can't help but feel a little bad for her. Nonetheless, it still doesn't change the fact that she's still going to be seen with me. You wanted to talk, right?
Yeah, but I don't want people to know about it. They'd think there's something up between us.
Oh my god, it does. It cares. Talk about paranoid. Why didn't you just call me or something beforehand to, like, tell me where to meet you? It'd save the adventure of walking around the school.
I need your number for that, stupid. Of course you'd want it. Everyone does.
Excuse me? I in spite of sounding like a narcissist, her statement is believable. I mean, yeah, but still, you don't say it. Most guys and a good minority of girls would be after it. That's the life of a track captain. The popular girl, Naomi Sato.
Fine, have it. You'll need it anyway. Give me your phone.
Okay, God.
I'm not going to do anything with it.
She just fucking destroys it. Trusting her words, my phone goes from my hand to hers as she taps away at its screen. I can't say why I need her number, but at least I can brag about it in class. Hey, I got her the most popular girl in school's number. Scratch that, I'd be killed if people found out about it, by both her fans and at her own mercy, too. Why'd you fucking tell everyone? Tossing my phone back to me without a care, I barely managed to catch it as Naomi stands before me with a complacent grin. Dude, if I didn't catch that and it fell to the ground and it shattered, I would have been real pissed off. Thanks for that, I guess.
You're welcome.
Uh-huh.
It's better than what you'd get at the science club.
I don't know. I'd be doing some experiments, and I would get to see Kyoko naked. Alright. I get to see science and pervert stuff. I didn't skip to just have you torment me. You gonna tell me about your business with Kyoko or what?
I didn't skip my responsibilities as track captain to listen to your whining either. I'll tell you.
Then fucking get on with it.
We just need to find a better place to talk, that's all.
Oh my god. And how do you suppose we do that?
Fancy another walk? I've got a lot to say, and I want to think it through before I tell you.
That was what yesterday was for.
There's nothing wrong with having a little fun while we're at it.
No, I hate fun. Turning on her heel, Naomi pirouettes around, routing her way again on a path back outside the school. Before taking my first steps to join her, I'm audience to her auburn hair swaying in the air as it catches a warm sun ray from the window. If playing along with her is what I have to do for her to speak up, I have no other choice but to follow her. Plenty of people would kill to be in my shoes, but putting up with it isn't what it's dreamt up to be. Now that I'm here, her popularity is trivial. Maybe I can have fun if I put my mind to it. Fun. She's gave me the I'll give her the
Don't get so close to me.
Finding ourselves on an unbelievably crowded train into the city, which, by the way, don't shout that at me because we're on a crowded train. Two of us rock about in the carriage as we stand at its center together. Discovering such a busy train isn't too surprising. We did board during rush hour. I can't help it. You're the one who wanted to take a train into the city. And all I wanted to do was talk about Kyoko, okay?
We'll get to that. Just keep your mouth shut. I don't want to be associated with you.
What the... We're wearing the same uniform. You're talking to me and you keep looking at me. What do you expect people to think?
I wasn't looking at you.
But you were looking at me. Warning, a tsundere has been sighted in your area. Please seek shelter now. Stop being such a tsundere, Jesus. It's been added to the encyclopedia. Oh boy, we gotta check what this has to say about tsundere. Naomi Sato. But really, you're playing a visual novel. How do you not know what tsundere means? I know. That's for her words and actions, as usual, are rather spiteful. The only reason I had agreed to join her was due to her bellowing. But it seems like she'd prefer to save that for a later date and drag me around town instead. Since leaving the school grounds, Naomi had plenty of opportune moments to release her pent-up aggression. Never in my life have I felt sympathy toward an out-of-order ticket machine. I believe it was along the lines of, stupid piece of shit. Jesus Christ.
To be one, I'd have to like you. Frankly, I don't. Stop being such a dweeb.
We got the achievement. Tsundere alert. Also, no one uses dweeb, Naomi. Get with the times. Get hip with the kids. Ow. Anyway, why do you need to take me out this far to talk about Kyoko? For what it's worth, a trip to the prefecture's capital isn't really needed to discuss what's at hand. Unless she's planning on showing me where she's buried the kind of side of her personality. This could be easily done back at school.
Maybe I just want a lackey to carry around my shopping. That, or because things like this aren't that easy to discuss.
Or both.
You'll know about it soon enough. Just let me think. Please.
All right. In a striking change of personality, things go quiet as the two of us tune our ears to the brisk sounds of urban life. Other passengers chat away on the train until Naomi decides to go back to her usual self.
You should consider yourself lucky to be able to spend time with me like this. A lot of guys would kill to be in your position.
And I'd kill to be out. But I'm not wearing any boots. No, wait. She didn't say that. She's right, though. But if they'd gotten to know her like I have, I hope they'd reconsider their position. In spite of that, masochism is pretty hip these days. Is it? Man, I'm learning so much. Hip with the kids. If you're that popular, people are bound to notice us.
What?
Don't tell me she hasn't realized that. People might think we're in a relationship. Uh-oh. For once, it's my turn to get a jab at her.
Ew! You know what? You could just go. Get off at the next stop.
Never! What happened to, I don't want to back out on this?
Right. Kyoko.
Oh my god, when the music just... A sullen look returns to her face as she stares outwards towards the fast approaching cityscape. If there's one thing that's obvious, it's that the two share some sort of connection, a past together. Sad expressions like hers, staring back toward me through the reflection on the glass, can only come from that sort of history. I'll hear it from her own mouth eventually.
Anyway, if you're worried about what people think of us, keep your distance.
I'm not worried at all. Have you even had a boyfriend?
So what if I haven't? I bet you haven't had a girlfriend either.
Well, yeah, because I'm a loser. That's different. You're the most popular girl in school. For me to be hurt by her own flustered words. That's an accomplishment on her own part. Anyway, we've arrived.
Good. The sooner I get away from you, the better.
God, she is like cranking the soon up to 11. So much for talking about Kyoko then. Ooh, a nice fancy cafe? This is where we're gonna talk about it? Man, I assume so. Or we can't just be sitting here, like, on a weird date thing. Oh my god. Like, I sit over here, she sits all the way over here. Just because she doesn't want to make it seem like it's a date. God damn it. Tsundere alert's fucking right, man.